straight up the stairs, second on the left, okay? All right.
Tea's made.
Cheers, love. I'll get it.
Is this yours?
I'm sorry?
He came out of this house. I saw him.
That's Eric.
It is an offence to allow dogs near a public highway, except under the control of a responsible person.
Right. Excuse me, you are?
My name's Flint. I live next door.
Oh, good. Charlie Banks.
I shall let you off with a warning this time, Mr. Banks, but if it happens again...
He's not actually our dog. I mean, we do know him. He must have followed us here or something, but he's not actually ours.
Whose is he, then?
Don't think he belongs to anyone.
Are you telling me he's a stray?
No.
If he's a stray, then I'll obviously have to take him to the police station, Mr. Banks. Stray dogs are a liability. They make mess, wanton damage, and can be a threat to small children.
Why don't you just leave him outside? I'm sure he'll sort himself out. He usually does.
I'm taking him to the police station, Mr. Banks. Good day.
Hello. Pleased to meet you. Welcome to your new home.
Who was it?
Our new neighbour, Mr. Flint.
Oh, yes. What's he like?
Like an African rhino, without the sense of humour. I think we better warn our Eric to steer clear of him. Oh, thanks, love.
Hello, Rachel. That's... Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you, Rachel.
Cup of tea?
Oh, thanks.
I'll do it. You'll want to get back to sorting those boxes, Charles.
I was just going to tell her about the dog.
Which dog?
The man next door's got Rachel's dog.
Why?
It's not actually her dog, Charles.
I know that.
What happened?
He was talking about taking it down to the police station.
What?
He said it was out in the road and it shouldn't have been.
It's all right, Rachel. I'm sure the police will look after him.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the tea, Mrs. Banks. I have to go.
Aren't you going to say hello to Eric? He'll be sad to miss you.
No, I've got to go. Thanks. Excuse me.
Yes, young lady, what can we do for you?
I think you've got Eric.
Well, now, would that be Eric the gun runner or Eric the master jewel thief?
He's my dog.
Ah. Scruffy-looking mongrel, about this big. No collar, no name tag, wandering around the streets with no one looking after him.
That's him.
Right, you better come with me. Through there. Is that him?
Yes, that's Eric.
Good. Constable? I think we found an owner for your new friend.
Oh, good. I was just, He's a bright little fellow, isn't he? What's his name?
Eric.
You do realise you're supposed to keep your dog under control when he's out, don't you?
Yes, I suppose so.
And he should really be wearing a name tag and collar. I'm afraid Mr. Flint is right. Without a collar, he's technically a stray.
Yes, well, it's just a bit complicated.
Off you go now. And make sure he doesn't get into trouble again, all right?
Yes, I will. Promise. Thank you, Sergeant.
Don't forget that collar.
No. Come on, Eric.
But I can't. You know I can't.
He was very definite, Eric. He said you had to have a collar.
But what if I suddenly turn back into a boy? I strangle myself.
Perhaps you'll be able to take it off in time.
As a dog? How could I?
Maybe we'll just have to risk it.
Risk it?
What else can we do?
Just have to hope Flint doesn't catch me again.
Response 1 received your last confirmed.
Morning, Rachel.
Hi, Harry. I'm all right if you go straight through.
Yes, help yourself.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Hi, Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Hi. Oh, I'll get it. There you go. Thanks, Rachel. Hello.
Oh, hello, Rachel.
Just like to say thank you for the bow, Mr. Wattis. He loved it.
My pleasure, Rachel.
Eric! Eric!
I think Wendy took you through to the canteen, Rachel. She thought you looked hungry.
Thanks!
No, you took your paw off it.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Rachel. Have you seen this? He's incredible.
Still got quarter game by Flint.
I can't believe it. Do you mind if we finish?
Well, I ought to get him back, I'm afraid. He's got football practice.
Has he? Oh, dear. You better go with Rachel. Oh, by the way, Sergeant Caldwell wants a word with you.
Now? Okay, thanks, Wendy.
Football practice. I could believe it. I really could.
Do you know how many times you've had to come and collect Eric from the station, Rachel?
Well,
14. It's 14 times in a little under 3 weeks.
many is that?
Now, he may be a nice dog and a very clever one, but the fact is that picking him up and bringing him down here, it all takes time. Time we ought to be spending on other things.
We should tell Mr. Flint. He's the one who's causing it all.
Mr. Flint is a difficult man, I know. But technically, he's right. Dogs shouldn't wander the streets with no owner.
Eric's different.
Possibly, but it's the law. What happened about the name tag?
What?
He still hasn't got a collar, has he?
I'm sorry. It's difficult to explain.
Now, you can't say we don't look after you. It's got his name and your phone number on it, so there's no excuse. Make sure he wears it.
Yes.
It's not just me, you see. It's the inspector. Not that he minds, but he's getting it in the neck from the superintendent. There's talk about having Eric put in kennels, and we don't want that, do we?
How can you be so calm about it? I'll probably be down there again this evening. That man Flint thinks of nothing else.
Just have to keep out of his way.
But it's impossible with that dog.
Which dog?
It's got a big Alsatian, haven't you seen? As soon as I put a paw outside the door, it gets the scent, starts barking, Flint runs out and bang, I'm back at the police station.
Well, I think I've solved one part anyway.
What?
You're not a stray anymore.
Rachel?
One of the breakthroughs of modern science. Necroelastic.
Elastic?
Your neck gets bigger. So does the collar.
Oh, that's brilliant, Rachel. That's really brilliant. But now all we need is some way of getting out of the house without being spotted.
again, has he? Well done, boy, well done. Have you seen a dog?
A what?
D-O-G, dog. Have you seen one?
He's right behind you.
Not this one, I mean, never mind. Come on, Hannibal, we'll get him when he comes back.
You've taken my purse! Come back! Come back here!
That you, Donald?
Yes, Dad.
Give us a hand, will you?
Right. Oh, you! Come back here! Where do you think you're going? That's my purse! You rotten little thief.
So, the man who took your purse was wearing white trousers, brown jacket, but it might have been orange, and he had red, spiky hair.
I should never have left it lying in the basket like that. It was silly of me.
It's all right, Mrs. Fernshaw. It's not your fault.
Do you know how much money you had in it?
£120. I know I should have kept it in the bank, but
Yes?
Sorry to disturb you, Sarge. I've got Eric here.
We're rather busy just now, Harry.
No, he came round on his own. With this.
my purse! You've got my purse! Oh, and it's all there. All the money and my shopping list. How did you find it?
I didn't. He just brought it into the front desk.
The dog brought it in. I wonder where he found it. We think he must have followed him, somehow picked up the purse and brought it round to us. Does that seem possible?
Oh, yes, Eric's quite capable of that.
Yes, I'm beginning to believe it. In fact, I was wondering if we took Eric to where she was robbed, do you think he could sort of pick up the trail? That way we might find who stole it.
What do you reckon, Eric? I think he might.
Good. Well, we'll give him his drink first. Right. There's Mrs. Fernshaw's house. Let's start down towards the junction.
I think he'd rather you went the other way.
What?
He says it's the other direction.
Are you sure? You heard him, Wendy.
Sarge?
What was that one?
He says turn right.
Turning right, Wendy.
Sarge?
White jeans, brown jacket, red spiky hair. I don't know how he did it, Rachel, but I'm recommending him for a transfer to CID. I think I'll have a word with our young friend.
I'm so sorry. I really am.
Now, calm down, Mrs.
I'm
Fanshawe.
sorry.
You just sit yourself down. We'll get you a cup of tea.
What happened?
She couldn't identify him.
It all happened so quickly.
Does that mean he's going to get away with it?
It rather looks that way.
But that's not fair.
Possibly, Rachel, but Without someone to say I saw him do it and pick him out of a lineup, we don't have much choice.
Eric could.
What?
Eric saw what happened. He'd recognise him.
Well, I'm afraid that wouldn't really be...
Hang on a minute. Are you sure about that?
You show him a row of people and he'd know which one it was. Wouldn't you, Eric?
Harry?
Yes, sir?
Hang on to that lineup. We've got another witness. All right, Eric. I want you to walk along the line in front of these men. Look at them carefully, see if there's anyone you recognise. If the person you saw snatching Mrs. Fernshaw's purse this morning is one of them, I want you to just reach out and touch him on the shoe. Understood? You can take as long as you like. There's no hurry.
Lying. That dog is lying. He never saw me. He wasn't even there.
He seems very definite about it, Donny.
You can't believe what he says. He's a dog. And he's a thief as well. He's the one that took the purse out of my car this morning. He's the one that he should be arresting.
And what was the purse doing in your car, Donny?
It's not fair. It's not fair. I didn't take the purse.
You and I are going to have a little talk. Well, a very satisfactory day's work. Well done, both of you.
Happy to help, Mr. Caldwell.
We'll see you both again soon, I hope.
I don't think we'll have any choice about that.
Your Mr. Flint will find Eric and he'll phone me and I'll have to come down. Yes, well, I think in the circumstances we might be able to do something about that.
The sergeant's going to have a word with Mr. Flint.
I think it'll take more than a word.
The next time your Mr. Flint phones up with a complaint, I'll come down myself and explain things to him.
Thank you very much, Sergeant. Bye.
Bye, Rachel.
Bye, Rachel.
Bye, Eric.
I don't go straining anything. I've left a bit.
Right.
No, right a bit.
Right.
We did do the right thing, didn't we, Charles? About moving.
You haven't changed your mind?
No, it's just... I'm worried about Eric. Doesn't seem to have settled.
No?
Normal boys don't dig escape tunnels at the bottom of the garden, Charles. Or watch the neighbour's dog all day with binoculars.
Well...
Have you noticed? He started wearing a medallion.
Well, kids often wear things round their necks.
It's Rachel's telephone number on black knicker elastic.
Is it? Well, perhaps he's turning into a punk or something. It's all right. Eric's all right. The only one that's got any problems round here is that dog.
What?
Our friend Flint's at it again. Why can't he leave him alone? I think we better phone Rachel.
Looks like someone already has.
You wait here.
It's time this dog was dealt with properly, you know.
Mr. Flint?
That's right. Do you realise how many times I've had to call you out in the last 3 weeks?
Yes, Mr. Flint.
That girl has no control over this dog whatsoever. She just allows him to wander wherever he wants, any time of the day.
All right, Mr. Flint, I'll take charge of him. You get back to the car, Eric. Rachel's already there. Mr. Flint, could I make a suggestion?
What?
That you stop reporting this dog every time he steps outside his garden.
It's a hazard to traffic.
You think so? See? Looks right, looks left, looks right again. Then when all's clear, go straight across for the quickest route. A lot of people don't do it that well.
Well, I don't care. He's a dog, it's the law, and every time I see him outside, I shall report him, all right?
Well, that's your privilege, sir. Is this your car?
What?
Is this your vehicle, sir?
Yes.
I noticed the tax disc is out of date.
Well, only just.
Driving without a current tax disc.
Well, I've sent away for a new one, but they haven't sent it back yet.
I'm afraid you're still breaking the law, Mr. Flint. Technically.
What are you doing now?
Looks like he's checking the tyres now. Very keen on road safety, our sergeant. Rachel, is this dog of yours all right? Sorry? He seems to be scratching an awful lot. Eric? Eric?
Right. Let's move on to the lighting system, shall we?
All right, all right.
Sorry, sir?
I said all right, I get the point. You win.
Win what, sir?
I won't keep reporting the dog.
Well, it would waste a lot less police time.
Yes.
I think it's best if we use our common sense rather than sticking to the letter of the law, don't you?
Yes, yes, I suppose it is, yes.
Where's Rachel?
She took the dog in there, Sarge. He was scratching rather a lot, and she's got a friend she thought might lend her some flea powder.
Right, well, let's tell her the good news, shall we?
You mean he's not going to bother Eric anymore?
That's what he said. He was very helpful once I explained things.
I told you the sergeant could be very persuasive.
Oh, that's great, Mr. Caldwell. I can't thank you enough. I mean, both of us. I always felt sorry for that dog. It's fantastic.
Pleasure. You will call in and see us soon, won't you?
Definitely.
And nice to have met you, Eric.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Did you see what he was wearing?
Who?
That boy. He had Eric's dog tag round his neck.
Oh, yes.
Yes. The thing that's really strange, in fact, it's impossible.
Have I ever told you the golden rule of police work, Wendy?
Sarge?
Never ask questions unless you have to. Come on, we've got work to do.
Viewers may be interested to know that a new Woof book incorporating the 3 previously published stories is now available. It's priced at £4.99 and published by Fantail.